You wear underwear under your bathing suit?
Yeah, doesn't everybody?
The 9th of November, Niles aroused. Up next to his girlfriend Misty on the wedding day of Tala and Abe. At the reception, he delivered an officially unstudied speech, to the relief of Tala's sister, the drunk and untrained maid of honor Sarah. Niles and Sarah bond and, after discovering Misty cheating on Niles, are about to have sex when Niles is abruptly shot in the shoulder with an arrow by an older man named Roy. Wounded, he crawls toward a mystical amber candle in a nearby cave, warning Sarah not to follow. Sarah, curious, is sucked into a vortex in the cave. Sarah wakes up, again, on the 9th of November. After she affronts Niles, he explains that she has grown into stuck in the same time loop as him. Sarah unsuccessfully attempts many escape methods, such as driving back to an emergency hometown or self-immolation. Niles and Sarah spend many days together, often unwinding in the pool of a nearby home whose residents are away on vacation. Niles reveals that Roy is a family man who lives in Irvine, whom Niles is also trapped in the time loop. A flashback shows how Niles and Roy meet, party, and do drugs, which they get from Trevor. Roy wishes that the night would never end, and an inebriated Niles introduces him to the cave. Roy, uninformed of the time loop, goes in. Niles explains to Sarah that Roy blames him for getting stuck in the time loop and sometimes comes to Palm Springs to hunt Niles for revenge. After many more loops, Niles and Sarah camp out in the desert, where they daydream about dinosaurs, and eventually have sex. The next day, it is revealed that Sarah has been waking up in Abe's room having spent the nights of November 8th with him, and he warns her to leave before she's seen. A guilt-ridden Sarah refuses to talk to Niles about their past night, asserting that everything they do is meaningless. They are pulled over by a police officer, who turns out to be Roy. Sarah runs into Roy in his police car, and after an clash, Niles accepts that he had sex with Sarah numerous times before she arrived the time loop, something that he had lied about before. A appalled Sarah runs in front of an approaching truck, killing herself and restarting the day. After the next reset, Niles goes looking for Sarah to admit guilt, but he cannot find her. Lying in Abe's bed while the groomsmen take drugs, Niles smells Sarah's hair mist on his pillow and realizes that Sarah and Abe had sex the night before the marriage. He accosts Abe during the wedding, and an action breaks out between Niles and Abe. Multiple resets later, Niles realizes that he loves Sarah. He travels to Irvine to talk to Roy, who has given up on killing Niles. Roy explains that his life is perfect but also imperfect, as he lives in the perfect day forever, but will never get to see the future or his children grow up. Roy says that they should never speak again, and Niles asks Roy to murder him one last time to jumpstart the reset. The time loops where Sarah was gone are then shown. Sarah accosts Abe over their affair, and both express their regret and anguish. Sarah then resolves to escape the time loop, allocating many days in a diner studying quantum physics, general relativity, talking with professors, and finally coming to a solution. She tests her theory by sending a goat into the cave with explosives. In the next reset, the goat has abandoned. Sarah wakes Niles up and tells him she believes she knows how to escape the time loop by blowing themselves up in the cave before they restart the day. Niles admits he loves Sarah but wants to stay in the time loop forever, where he knows how business will work precisely. She leaves him in the room alone, and a discouraged Niles breaks up with Misty. Sarah shows up the wedding, gives a hearty speech for Tala, makes a phone call, and goes to the cave with explosives. Drinking alone in a bar, Niles agrees
to end the movie. However, there is one final scene shortly after the credits which lets us know what happened to Roy. He is still in the loop, and at the wedding goes to Niles telling him that Sarah's theory about getting out of the loop is crazy, but it just might work. Niles, however, has no idea who he is, thereby letting Roy know that Sarah's plan worked and that he and Sarah made it out of the loop. Overall, I gotta say, I enjoyed Palm Springs. Andy Samberg and Kristen Milioti have great chemistry, and it was a fun twist on a